This is insane. This is, I can't even speak right now. What's going on, everybody? It's Sasha, your market expert here in Charlotte. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back for another monthly market report for the month of July. Now, I refrained myself from looking at these stats until I was going to start watching this video because I wanted to have my reaction to the numbers because I was expecting something that didn't happen. This is very, very weird. I was expecting the market to start reflecting what I'm currently seeing in the market, but these numbers are not doing that. Just for a little hint, median price point in the Charlotte area hit $400,000 on the nose in the month of June. That's absolutely insane. That is insane. That's a 20% increase from this time last year. I can't believe it. If you watch my channel, if you're subscribed to the channel, you know that I've been saying we don't need that. That's unsustainable. That means the average person to even buy a house needs to be looking in the $400,000 price point when rates right now are in the high fives, low sixes. This is insanity. It honestly is. If you haven't already done so, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think. But this is exactly why I tell you what I'm personally seeing in the market, and then I go over the numbers. Last market report I did, I was expecting this month of June, I was expecting the numbers to start reflecting what I'm seeing because I am starting to see the market shift. It's literally happening right before my eyes. My conversations are different. My negotiations are different. What I'm able to get a house for my clients for is different. Everything's changing, but for some damn reason, these numbers are not adding up. So I'm going to give it until maybe next month to see if they start catching up. Otherwise, something's not right because, well, let's get into it. So guys, the market is shifting. The market is 100% slowing down. You can look on any of your favorite real estate websites. You can look at homes in your favorite areas, in your favorite neighborhoods. So many homes that would have sold within the first day, 2 or 3, within that first weekend of being listed 6-8 months ago, they're starting to sit now. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't want you to take this extremely literal and say, well, Sasha said, the homes that would have sold 6-8 months ago are starting to sit now. Yes, that is the case for a good amount, but the really nice homes in the nice neighborhoods that are extremely well kept, they're still selling fast. There's still a lot of multiple offer situations happening. For example, I had a client from out of town a couple of weeks ago. We looked at a house that was listed at $1.2 million. It was a little bit over their budget. They said, hey, let's keep an eye on this house. If it sits for a couple weeks, let's see if we can get the price down. It did not sit. It literally sold within 3 days, and that's at $1.2 million. And I've had multiple offer situations in the price ranges of $600,000+ as well. But I will say I've had a good amount of luck recently. One of my clients' house got listed at $385,000. He wanted to jump in and offer $30,000 above. I said, hey, slow down. Let me talk to the agent. Let me see what the situation is. Let me see if they have any offers, and let's go from there. So we ended up submitting an offer $10,000 above, even though I thought we could have got it at list price. But he said, Sasha, I'm not going to take the risk over $10,000 for not getting the house. Yes, sir. And we ended up getting the house. So one for over $10,000, another one at asking price, and then a new construction house at asking price with a $10,000 incentive to buy down the rate and or use it as closing costs. So guys, the market is shifting. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's getting a lot better for buyers, but as I said, it's on a case-by-case basis. Buyers, your time is coming. Sellers, the conversations are starting to get very hard when you're listing houses because, hey, my neighbor sold 2 months ago. He sold at $550. Why are you telling me that we need to list at $530? That doesn't make sense. My house is better. We should be listing at $580. So this stuff is happening right now. And it's going to take a while to change. Based off these numbers, prices just keep going up and it's looking like it's still skyrocketing. But as I mentioned, it's not what I'm seeing in real life. The conversations are different. I just submitted an offer and I'm in negotiation. This is day 3 of negotiations for a house that's listed in the high 500s. We offered 40,000 below ask, and the house has been sitting on the market for 24 days as of today, and they're actually considering it. So we're going back and forth a little bit right now. That would never be possible 6, 8 months, a year, 2 years ago. That would off the table. 40,000 below ask, absolutely not. They would have never even responded to my offer. I probably would have got cussed out by the listing agent. Buyers, be patient. Your time is coming. You will have a lot of opportunities coming as we're getting a lot more listings coming to the market, and as the real estate market starts to slow down a little bit, which we are starting to see. And I definitely think we're going to have some very big opportunities for buyers when summer is over. October, November, December, January, I think are going to be very good for buyers, and I think you're going to be able to get some good deals. Now, if there's anything else I can do for you, any other questions I can help you with, help with your relocation, your home purchase to the Charlotte and surrounding areas, or anything in general, always feel free to call, text, or email me anytime. All my contact information is below. Now, with that being said, let's hop into the stats, which are a little bit disappointing to say the least, but let's get right into it. So keep in mind, even though it's July right now, all these market updates are done in arrears. So all the numbers we're going to be going over are from the month of June. We do this so we have an entire month of data compiled together so we have the most accurate information. So with that being said, in regards to new listings, we had 6,509 new listings in the month of June. That's a 4.1% increase from this time last year, and it's just over 400 more new homes listed than we had in the month of May. We're seeing a lot more listings hit the market now as sellers are starting to get a little bit more of a fear of missing out and a fear of the price decreases coming. So I think we will continue to see that trend, and we also need to keep our eye on the rates. But as of right now, I don't see the new listings slowing down anytime soon. I think more listings will be coming on weekly. As I mentioned, buyers, stay patient. Your property will be coming on the market that you can get a good deal on and that you don't have to compete against 50 people over. Next up, we have pending sales, which came in at 4,710, and that's a 12.3% decrease from this time last year. And it's just under 300 less home sales pending than we had in the month of May. So again, this is buyer demand going down, which is going to help the buyer's odds because there's less competition out there. And again, I think this is due to the high interest rates and obviously the high prices, which we're going to go over next. Average sales price came in at $476,000 in the month of June. That's a 17.5% increase and just above $15,000 more than the average sales price was in the month of May. I'm laughing because it's almost comical. That is our average sales price. Guys, that is a very big number. It is very hard to believe that we're here. I understand certain areas that are very expensive, but we're looking at averages, and we have a ton of areas that the value isn't there. We have a ton of areas in Charlotte where the houses are worth not even close to there, like 100 plus grand less than that, which is crazy. I always tell people, make sure you focus on the area when buying, because if we do happen to have a sales price decrease, the area is what's going to save you. This is crazy. Now moving on to median price point, guys, we came in at 400,000. 400,000 as a median price point. That is 10,000 more than we had in the month of May, and that's a 19.4% increase from this time last year. So my first-time home buyers and people out there looking, yes, you can buy houses under 400,000 in the Charlotte and some of the surrounding areas, but honestly, this is a very good number where you need to project to kind of be at. And it's almost sad to say $400,000 is a lot of money to spend on a house, and it's unsustainable. I mentioned this in my other videos if you guys have seen them. I think the median price point for the Charlotte area should be within that 320, 325 range. This 400 range is absolutely crazy. We're getting a little bit too high. It's unsustainable. As I mentioned, there are a ton of areas out there that I think are just not worth this $400,000 price range. There are some areas now that I look at that are definitely worth it, and they're going to go up. They're even double in the next 10 years. But it's honestly sad seeing a $400,000 price point as a median price point. Makes things extremely unaffordable. However, I will say, guys, I think with the rising interest rates, I do project to see a 10 to 20% price decrease on houses in the next 12 to 18 months. Again, that's just my projection. I think the interest rates are going to hit 7+%. Once that does, it's going to be completely unsustainable, and the market's going to definitely cool down even more, and that's when we're going to see the price decreases come into play. Now let's talk about days on market, which means how many days a home stayed on the market until it was sold, and that came in at 14, and that's a 0% increase from this time last year. So same amount of time as this time last year. Now, this one's a little tricky too, because like I said, I'm seeing a lot more houses sit on the market a lot longer than they would have 6 to 8 months ago. So this number honestly does not make any sense to me. But then again, you have your outliers. You still have the houses that sell before they even hit the market. People put in blind offers without ever walking into the house physically. Keep your eye on this number. The more days on market the home is, the better it is for buyers. The less days on market, the better it is for sellers. According to this, the market is still extremely strong for sellers and not so much for buyers, but I am seeing a little bit of mix up of both. Now let's get into the percentage of the original list price received, which came in at 101.9. That's a 0.1% increase from this time last year. And essentially this is telling you that you can expect to pay 1.9% above the listed price when a home hits the market. I'll be honest with you, don't pay too much attention to this stat. Make sure you consult with your agent. If it's me, I'm gonna take care of everything for you. If it's somebody else, make sure that they do their due diligence and let you know where you need to be at in order to get this offer accepted. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, sometimes you will have a buyer that wants to offer $30,000 more because they love the house, but they don't know that they essentially don't need to do that. Maybe they only need to offer 5, 10, 15 above. But again, that's up to your agent to do their due diligence on that. But essentially, according to this, you can expect to pay 1.9% over. It could be less, it could be higher. Again, that's where the agent comes in. Oh my goodness. Months of inventory is at 1.1. That's a 10% increase from this time last year. This is insane. I can't even speak right now. Oh my goodness. If you see my videos, this is the worst stat. I hate looking at this stat because for the past 2 years, the months of inventory has just been going down, down, and down. Oh my goodness, my heart is beating out of my chest. I did not even look at this stat when I first pulled it up because I was just expecting it to be a little bit lower. Ladies and gentlemen, we're at 1.1 months of inventory, which is still extremely, extremely low and still tells us we're in a seller's market, but we've only been in the negatives these past 2 years. We finally at a positive of plus 10%. I hope this train rides out and we continue with this months of inventory. And again, just for your reference, anything below 3 months of inventory is considered a seller's market. 3 to 6 is considered a neutral market where it's good for buyers and sellers. Anything above 6 months is considered a buyer's market. So essentially we need to have 6 times more inventory in order to be like an extreme buyer's market where buyers can go crazy and do whatever they want. But guys, we have an increase. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye.